Shemu'el 2, 2 Samuel chapter 21. And there was a scarcity of food in the days of Dawid for 3 years, year after year. And Dawid sought the face of Yahuah, and Yahuah answered, because of Sha'ul and his bloodthirsty house, because he killed the Gib'onites. The sovereign therefore called the Gib'onites and spoke to them. Now the Gib'onites were not of the children of Israel, but of the remnant of the Amorites. And the children of Israel had sworn protection to them, but Sha'ul had sought to kill them in his ardor for the children of Israel and Yehudah. So Dawid said to the Gib'onites, what should I do for you, and with what do I make atonement, so that you barak the inheritance of Yahuah? And the Gib'onites said to him, it is no matter of silver or gold between us and Sha'ul or his house, neither is it for us to put to death any man in Israel. And he said, whatever you say I do for you. And they said to the sovereign, the man who consumed us and plotted against us, that we should be destroyed from remaining in all the border of Israel, let 7 men of his sons be given to us, and we shall hang them before Yahuah in Giv'ah of Sha'ul, whom Yahuah chose. And the sovereign said, I give them. But the sovereign spared Mephibosheth, son of Jonathan, son of Sha'ul, because of the oath of Yahuah that was between them, between Dawid and Jonathan, son of Sha'ul. And the sovereign took the 2 sons of Rizpah, the daughter of Aiah, whom she bore to Sha'ul, Armoni and Mephibosheth, and the 5 sons of Michal, the daughter of Sha'ul, whom she brought up for Adriel, the son of Barzillai, the Meholathite, and gave them into the hands of the Gib'onites, and they hanged them on the hill before Yahuah. So the 7 fell together, and were put to death in the days of harvest, in the first days in the beginning of barley harvest. And Rizpah, the daughter of Aiah, took sackcloth and spread it for herself on the rock from the beginning of harvest until the late rains poured on them from the Shamayim. And she did not allow the birds of the Shamayim to rest on them by day, nor the beasts of the field by night. And Dawid was informed what Rizpah, the daughter of Aiah, the concubine of Sha'ul, had done. And Dawid went and took the bones of Sha'ul and the bones of Jonathan his son from the men of Yavesh Gilead, who had stolen them from the street of Beth Shan, where the Pelishtites had hung them up after the Pelishtites had struck down Sha'ul in Gilboa. And he brought up the bones of Sha'ul and the bones of Jonathan his son from there, and they gathered the bones of those who had been hanged, and buried the bones of Sha'ul and Jonathan his son in the land of Benjamin, in Zilah, in the tomb of Kish his father, and did all that the sovereign commanded. And after that Elohim heard prayer for the land. And the Pelishtites were again fighting against Israel. So Dawid and his servants with him went down and fought against the Pelishtites. And Dawid was weary, and Yishbo Benov, who was one of the sons of the giant, the weight of whose bronze spear was 300 pieces, who was bearing a new sword, spoke of killing Dawid. But Avishai, son of Zeruiah, came to help him, and smote the Pelishite and killed him. Then David's men swore to him, saying, do not go out with us to battle any more, lest you put out the lamp of Yisrael. And it came to be afterward that there was a battle again with the Pelishtites at Gov. Then Sivekah the Hushathite smote Saph, who was one of the sons of the giant. And there was a battle with the Pelishtites again at Gov, where Elchanan, son of Yair Oregim, the Bethlehemite, smote Goliath the Gittite, the shaft of whose spear was like a weaver's beam. And there was a battle in Gath again, where there was a man of great height, who had 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot, 24 in number, and he also was descended from the giants. And he reproached Yisrael, and Jonathan, son of Shimei, the brother of Dawid, smote him. These 4 were born to the giant in Gath, and they fell by the hand of Dawid and by the hand of his servants. Shemu'el 2, 2 Samuel chapter 22. Then Dawid spoke to Yahweh the words of this song on the day when Yahweh had delivered him from the hand of all his enemies and from the hand of Sha'ul. And he said, Yahweh is my rock and my stronghold and my deliverer. My Elohim is my rock, I take refuge in him. My shield and the horn of my deliverance, my high tower and my refuge, my Savior, you save me from violence. I call on Yahweh, the one to be praised, and I am saved from my enemies. For the waves of death surrounded me, floods of Belial made me afraid. The cords of the grave were all around me, the snares of death were before me. In my distress I called upon Yahweh, and to my Elohim I cried. And from his heichal he heard my voice, and my cry was in his ears. And the earth shook and trembled, the foundations of the Shamayim were troubled, because he was wroth. Smoke went up from his nostrils, and devouring fire from his mouth, coals were kindled by it. And he bowed the Shamayim and came down, and dense cloud was under his feet. And he rode upon a keruv, and flew, and was seen upon the wings of the wind. And he put darkness around him as booths, gatherings of waters, thick clouds. From the brightness before him, coals of fire were kindled. Yahweh thundered from the Shamayim, and the Most High sent forth his voice. And he sent out arrows and scattered them, lightning and confused them. And the channels of the sea were seen, the foundations of the world were uncovered at the rebuke of Yahweh, at the blast of the breath of his nostrils. He sent from above, he took me, he drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy, from those hating me, for they were stronger than I. They confronted me in the day of my calamity, but Yahweh was my support, and he brought me out into a large place. He delivered me, for he delighted in me. Yahweh rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands he repaid me. For I have guarded the ways of Yahweh, and have not acted wickedly against my Elohim. For all his right rulings are before me. As for his laws, I do not turn from them. And I am perfect before him, and I guard myself from my wickedness. And Yahweh repays me according to my righteousness, according to my cleanness before his eyes. With the kind you show yourself kind. With the perfect one you show yourself perfect. With the clean you show yourself clean. And with the wicked you show yourself twisted. For you save the humble people, but your eyes are on the haughty to bring them low. For you are my lamp, O Yahweh, and Yahweh makes my darkness light. For with you I run against a band. With my Elohim I leap over a wall. The El, his way is perfect. The word of Yahweh is proven. He is a shield to all who take refuge in him. For who is El besides Yahweh? And who is a rock besides our Elohim? El is my mighty stronghold, and he makes my way perfect, making my feet like the feet of a deer, and he puts me on my high places, teaching my hands for battle, so that my arms bend a bow of bronze. And you give me the shield of your deliverance, and your lowliness makes me great. You enlarge my step under me, so that my feet shall not slip. I pursue my enemies and destroy them, and I do not turn back till they are destroyed. And I destroy them and crush them, so that they do not rise and fall under my feet. And you gird me with strength for battle. You cause my adversaries to bow under me, and you make my enemies turn their backs, those hating me, and I cut them off. They look, but there is no Savior, unto Yahweh, but he shall not answer them. And I beat them as dust of the earth. I beat them small as dirt in the streets. I spread them out. And you deliver me from the strivings of my people. You safeguard me as the head of the nations. A people I have not known serve me. Sons of the foreigners submit to me. As soon as they hear, they obey me. Sons of the foreigner fade away and gird themselves from their strongholds. Yahuah lives, and Baruch is my rock, and exalted is my Elohim, the rock of my deliverance. El, who avenges me, and bringing peoples down under me, and bringing me out from my enemies. You raise me up above those rising up against me. You deliver me from a man of violence. Therefore I give thanks to you, O Yahuah, among nations, and I sing praise to your name. A tower of deliverance is he to his sovereign, and showing kindness to his anointed, to Dawid and his seed forever.